Alright fellas, today we're rating every Dr. Squatch Bar soap that they have to offer. What's good, y'all? Steve from the Dapper Aristocrat, where every week we give you tips on how to look good, stand out, and get those compliments. So it's about 26 bars. I ain't trying to keep y'all waiting. Let's just get into it. Now we're going from my least favorite to my most favorite. So the last bar that we'll look at is my top favorite bar. I did a video about my top 5 bar soaps. If you guys are interested in checking that video out, I'll leave it in the description below. I'll mention my top 5 in this video, and after trying every bar, my top 5 has changed. So let's get into it. The Alpine Sage. Alpine Sage used to be nautical sage back in the day, and I tried it before. Be honest with you guys, it smelled different than Alpine Sage to me. I was like, oh, it's okay. Would I get it again? Probably not. I'll probably try some other bars and see if they're better than this. And ever since then, I haven't used it. I've tried the deodorant, and it is actually my least favorite deodorant. So I really didn't like the smell. It's very masculine, but very strong. It's like a scent that I really don't want to smell like every day. The Dark Side Scrub. Dark Side Scrub is a part of the Star Wars collection. It's inspired by Darth Vader. This bar belongs at number 25. Only because I don't really like the smell of it. Now this bar soap has a smoky smell to it. One of the featured scents is chokeberry, but it also includes shea butter and coconut butter, which makes it a great bar soap to use. It's also an exfoliating bar soap. It has heavy grit. It's not really aggressive like some of the other bars that's in this list. So overall, it's a great bar soap to use. I just couldn't get past the scent. Cold Brew Cleanse. Now, some of the main ingredients of this soap include coffee grounds, which works as an exfoliant, caffeine, which helps with the appearance of your skin, and shea butter, which softens the skin. Now, as far as the scent of the bar, it has a hint of coffee, but it smells more like vanilla to me. A lot of guys had mentioned that I should try this bar soap, so I tried it out, and I'm happy that I tried it out because now I can say that I tried it, and it's actually a nice bar soap to use. It has heavy grit, but when you use it, it's not as aggressive as some of these other bars that have heavy grit. It's very pleasant to use. The great thing about picking this bar up is that some of the proceeds that are used to get this bar soap go toward helping firefighters that are ill and injured. Overall, bar was great to use. I just wasn't a fan of the smell. Pine tar. Now I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack about this. Everybody raves about pine tar, and if you look at the commercials, a lot of women say that they love this bar soap, and I don't know about y'all, but my woman don't really like this bar soap, and I think that's all that matters to me. When I first tried pine tar, I didn't really like the scent of it. It smelled like pine saw to me. I don't know if they reformulated it or what, but it smells actually pretty decent. You can still get that pine scent to it, but it's not as aggressive as the last time that I tried it. It's a very heavy exfoliating bar. It was one of the most aggressive bar soaps that I've ever used. You gotta be gentle with this bar. If your lady like this pine tar bar soap, then you definitely should use it. But for me, just for the simple fact that my wife don't really like it, hey, it can't be in my top 5. Chalky Milk. I bought this off of Amazon. As far as the scent of this bar is concerned, it does smell like chocolate, but it's super light. Like it's not really something that you'll be like, oh, like I smell like a chocolate bar. It's more light. Like after you use it, it might be a pleasant wash, but you're not gonna come out the shower smelling like a Hershey's Kisses or Nestle Crunch bar. You gonna come out the shower smelling like yourself. So I'm trying to smell sweet and sexy, spicy. I ain't trying to smell like no piece of chocolate, but I do think it's worth picking up. Irish Cream and Whiskey. This bar smells pretty good. It's very different. It kind of gives me Irish Spring vibes, but it's not as sweet Irish Spring. It's more masculine, and I think it's because it has that hint of stout beer in it. I like the smell. It smells really good, and I really enjoy using this bar soap. It has 0 grit, so this is a great bar soap for you to use every day. I got two of these bars. The other one I used, and I really enjoy using it. This is a limited seasonal bar, so they don't sell this all the time. So if you see this bar available, pick this up. Ruthless Rinse. This is a part of the Star Wars collection. It's inspired by Darth Maul. The scents of this bar include dragon fruit and black sand. Now when you use this bar, it's very aggressive, so you have to be gentle. It has heavy grit and it's an exfoliating bar that's very aggressive. But it's a spicy bar. It's kind of similar to Mars bar, which we'll talk about later, but not as sweet as Bay Rum, which is another bar we'll mention later on. But it's kind of light. It's not as sweet and it's not as strong as Mars bar. You'll definitely notice that black sand is present in this bar soap, because after you use it, you'll see at the bottom of your tub. Nice bars, very different exfoliating bar, smells good. And if you into Star Wars, I would definitely pick this up, because again, this is a limited edition bar soap. Eucalyptus Greek yogurt. Now this soap was number 3 in my top 5. How did it get to 19? I don't know. It's a lot of soaps here that are very amazing. It has medium grit, which is not very aggressive, which is one of the most pleasant things about this bar soap. You can still get that exfoliating bar soap, but it's very gentle. And the smell of it, you could definitely smell that eucalyptus scent to it. The eucalyptus in this bar will wake you up. It'll open up your pores, it'll open up your sinuses, but it also has that Greek yogurt extract, which smoothens, softens, and moisturizes your skin. Area 51 Brick. This bar soap is a limited edition soap. It's seasonal, and this bar was a part of the Galaxy edition. They say the scent of this bar is confidential. I think that's hilarious, but the scent of this bar kind of reminds me of more of a bar that a hippie would wear. It gives me like Woodstock vibes, but it still smells really good. When I first smelled this bar, I thought it smelled like something that you would smell in a candle store, but overall it's a nice bar soap. It has 0 grit, so it's great to use on an everyday basis. I actually have 2 bars of this. The other one I was using, but I used it for about a week or 2 and I really enjoyed it. So great bar soap. If you see this bar available, because it's a limited edition bar soap and seasonal, you should definitely pick it up and try it out. Let me know how you feel about it. Spearmint Basil. Now this is one of the first bars that I actually used. It's actually in my top 5 at number 5. You can definitely smell the spearmint on this bar soap, but you can also smell the basil as well, which makes it smell very masculine. Some of the features, some of the ingredients in this bar soap includes peppermint leaves, which is great for elasticity of the skin, and also spirulina powder. That particular powder has a lot of vitamins and minerals in it, which is great for the skin. So overall, this bar soap is really good for your skin. It's not an exfoliating bar soap, so it's a bar that you can use every day. Frosted Peppermint. This bar soap in particular smells like Christmas Day. It smells like a candy cane actually. This is the type of peppermint that I want to smell like. It's very masculine, and even though I said it smelled like a candy cane, it has a hint of sweetness to it, but you can definitely smell the peppermint. I'm a fan of peppermint scent. I actually have a cologne that smells very similar to peppermint, and I love that fragrance, so I will pair this with this bar soap. It's a seasonal bar soap which comes out during Christmas. If you see it available, you should go ahead and pick it up. Bow Chicka Wow Wow. That's a funny name. This particular bar soap releases during Valentine's Day, as you can tell by the name of it. It has scents of Valentine's Day to it. It smells sweet, very rosy kind of. It has hints of chocolate in it, and it's very pleasant. I like it. It's very different. Definitely worth trying out if it's available, because it's a very unique bar soap, and it has 0 grit, so it's very gentle, something that you can use every day. On Amazon, they sell this bar soap for over $100. That's ridiculous. If you see it available, you gotta pick it up, and if you don't use it, you can sell it on Amazon for $100. Now I'm just playing. You gotta pick this up when it's available. Gold Moss. Gold Moss is a bar soap that is very popular. When I first used it, I wasn't too pleased with it. I thought it was a nice smell, but I had smelled better bars than this. It does have a very earthy scent to it. Smelling it today, it smells pretty nice. It It has 0 grit. It has shea butter, olive oil, and sea salt in it. Very gentle on the skin. Definitely worth trying out. Some guys in the comments will probably say this is one of their favorites. So if you guys are interested, you should pick this up. Mars Bar. Now I mentioned this earlier. Mars Bar is a very nice bar soap. It is a part of the Galaxy collection. I took this bar with me to New York and I really enjoyed using this bar soap. It has medium grit, but it's not as aggressive as the heavy grit, which I found very nice because it gave me that exfoliating experience, but still was very gentle. It's a spicy scent, but very pleasant and strong. If you guys have ever tried hot tamale candy, it smells very similar to that. It's still masculine, but very spicy and nice. I love this bar soap. If it's available, you definitely gotta pick this up because it's a banger. Cedar Citrus. It's one of the first bars that I tried. I ended up picking this bar up because I really like citrus scents. Some of the ingredients that are in this bar soap include orange essential oil, which is great for alertness, cedar essential oil, which helps even out your skin tone, and peppermint leaves, which helps with the elasticity of your skin. This bar soap has 0 grit, so it's a great bar soap for you to use on an everyday basis, and it's a very nice bar soap to use. If you're interested in this bar and you really like citrus smelling bar soaps, definitely pick this bar up. Birchwood Breeze. This particular bar soap, it reminds me of deodorant, and the only reason why is because the first time I tried this particular scent was as a deodorant. When you use it, it'll make you want to skip your cologne. It's very masculine and it smells like cologne, and it's probably a scent that you just probably would be like, oh, I just go without cologne. This bar soap will do the job. Medium grit is very pleasant, nice, smells awesome. Definitely worth trying out. Wood Barrel Bourbon. And when I first tried this soap, I wasn't really wowed by it, but now that I smell it today, it's very nice. It's another bar soap that smells very similar to a masculine cologne. Smelling it today, I can definitely smell the bourbon, and it's a nice combination with the vanilla, so it smells very pleasant. It has a medium grit. Some of the ingredients that are included in this bar soap includes Jimmy Red's cornmeal, which is an exfoliant, bruised yeast, which is used to soften the skin, and sand, which is also used to exfoliate the skin as well. Even though it has 2 exfoliating ingredients in it, still very gentle, and I think it's definitely worth picking up. Next bar soap that we'll talk about is Bay Rum, which is one of my favorite bar soaps. Now, Bay Rum was number 4 in my top 5. The notes of this bar soap includes clove, cinnamon, citrus, and pine. Looking at these notes, you can tell that it is pretty spicy, but the citrus part of it gives it that island vibe, but it also reminds you of Christmas as well with the cinnamon and the clove and the pine. So this bar soap can be used in the summer or in the winter time during Christmas. This bar soap has cedarwood essential oil, which is great for your skin tone. It also has shea butter. This is not an exfoliating bar soap, so it's great for everyday use, and it's also great for all skin types as well. Always have this in your lineup because this is one of those bar soaps that smells amazing. It's one of my favorites. Deep Sea Goat's Milk. Now, this one I remember a lot because of the name of it. When I first saw the name, it threw me off because I'm like, bro, I don't know what this gonna smell like, being that it's goat's milk. I'm not even sure what goat's milk smell like. And this bar soap was actually number 2 in my top 5. Now, even though this bar soap has a weird name to it, don't let the name of this bar soap deter you from picking it up. It has a nice, very sweet, breezy scent that I really like, and the goat's milk that's included in this bar actually helps rejuvenate and moisturize the skin. This bar soap is not an exfoliating bar soap. It's very gentle and it's great for everyday use. Grapefruit IPA. This actually used to be crisp IPA back in the day. They changed it to Grapefruit IPA, but it actually still smells the same. The main scents that you get from this bar soap is grapefruit and hops, but you can definitely smell the grapefruit, and you can smell the hops in it, which makes it smell very masculine, which is what I really like about this bar soap. But it's not very strong. It has a very mild scent. So if you guys are looking for something that's mild, or if you're a guy that's gonna still use cologne, or you're a guy like me that wears cologne every day, this is probably a great bar for you. You'll get your skin cleansed, you'll get it taken care of, you get it hydrated, and you'll smell like grapefruit and hops for a little bit, but you can still use your cologne and still get that nice cologne smell that you enjoy wearing every day. Only Hope soap is a part of the Star Wars collection inspired by Obi-Wan Kenobi. The ingredients of this bar soap includes thyme leaf and bentonite clay, which helps soothe and detoxify the skin. I enjoy this soap. The only thing about this soap that I was kind of disappointed about is the strength of the scent. Bar soap smells amazing, but it's not really strong, but it's very nice to use. It's very pleasant, has zero grit, very gentle, great bar soap. And if you're a fan of Star Wars, I would definitely recommend you pick this up if it's available. It's available right now at the time that I'm recording this video. Moon Rock is a part of the Galaxy edition. I really like this bar soap. It was my favorite out of all three of the Galaxy edition soaps, and it has heavy grit. And the fact that it's one of my favorite soaps and it has heavy grit means that it was pretty gentle. Only thing about it is that the scent is not that strong. If the scent was more strong, it'd probably be at number 1, but it smells amazing. Most of my favorite bar soaps, I like to save them for last, so this is probably one that I'll use sparingly. You need an exfoliating bar soap, which I don't recommend that you use every day. This would be a great option when you're exfoliating, but again, this is a limited edition bar soap, so if you see it available, pick it up. All three of the bar soaps that is included in this collection are great, but if you had to pick one, this is the one that I will pick up. Alright guys, we're at my top 5. Wisdom Wash. Wisdom Wash is, again, it's a part of the Star Wars collection and it's inspired by Yoda. Bar soap smells amazing. This is my favorite one out of all of the Star Wars collection. It smells very earthy and more citrusy, so that's why I really like it a lot. It has zero grit, so it's very gentle on the skin, very pleasant. It's said that it calms the mind and clear your thoughts. I can honestly say that it definitely calmed my mind, because after I got out of the shower, I felt really good. Great soap to use at night when you're trying to calm down, go to bed, but you can also use this in the morning to give you a nice vibe. You know, if you're getting ready to go to work or go work out or whatever you do in the morning, still a great soap to use. If you can only get one of the bars of the Star Wars collection, this is the one that I would recommend you pick up. At number 4, I got Freedom Wash. This is a limited edition bar soap that comes out a couple of weeks before the 4th of July. This is a soap that you must pick up. It smells really good. It's like no other bar soap that they offer, and I wish this is one of those bar soaps that they had available at all times, because this is one that I would pick up every time I got my subscription. I just finished one of the bars up and I was very sad when it was all gone. It was like a tiny bit of soap on the wood saver, and I scraped it up with my thumb and still used what was left. That's just ridiculous. It has zero grit, so it's great for everyday use. Limited edition bars are available and you can pick one. This is the one you definitely have to pick up. At number 3, I got Drunken Pumpkin. Now, Drunken Pumpkin is another popular limited edition bar soap, and as you can see by the name Pumpkin, it's obvious that this bar soap is available a little bit before Halloween. This bar soap has a sense of bourbon in it. This bar soap smells very similar to this wood barrel bourbon. The only difference is that it has zero grit, which makes it amazing. It's very, very gentle. I really like this bar soap. I enjoyed using it. I actually had to buy this off of Amazon, and I had to pay a little bit more money to get it, but it was worth picking up. All right, fellas, at number 2, we got Cool Fresh Aloe. Cool Fresh Aloe was number 1 in my top 5. I really like this bar soap because it has the aloe and coconut scent to it, which I really enjoy. Whenever I get a subscription, I always order 2 of these because I love it so much. I use one in the middle and I save the second one for last. Now, even though it has aloe in it, it's just the scent of aloe. The ingredients that are included in this bar soap includes shea butter, coconut oil, and olive oil, which is an antioxidant. And the reason why it was at number 1 is because when I used this bar soap and I was getting ready to go to work and I hugged my wife to say goodbye, she told me I smelled good, and that had never happened with any other bar soaps that I've ever used with Dr. Squatch. And for that reason, it was number 1 in my top 5. But right now it's at number 2. Still one of my favorites, and that's why I always have to keep 2, just because my wife told me I smell good. Alright guys, at number 1, I have Fresh Falls. Why did I pick Fresh Falls as number 1? Because it smells so amazing. First time I used this bar soap was as a deodorant, and it was my favorite deodorant. After using that deodorant, I said it'd be real nice if they had this deodorant as a bar soap. After I used the deodorant, I was very sad that it was all gone. I didn't even want to use the other deodorants. And it has 0 grit, which is amazing because it's great for everyday use. And this will be one of those bar soaps that like the Cool Fresh Aloe, I'ma always have to get 2 of them because it smells great. Plus it's my favorite color, blue, and it's said that this bar soap will uplift your mood, which is always great when you are waking up in the morning or going to bed at night. If you have a rough day or you're just not in the mood to go to work, it's always great to get your mood uplifted. Great bar soap. You should definitely check this out if you haven't. It's time for me to take a shower, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this one next. In the comment section, please share your thoughts. Let me know which bar soaps you've tried, what you enjoyed. Let me know what your top 5 are. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. Special shout out to all my Dapper crats out there. And I want to send a special shout out to you for still watching this video. Always remember to be a gentleman, stay dapper, and I'll see you guys next video.